Now, we just saw the Anti-Stigma Award ceremony yesterday, a lot in the film, but not everybody was there. Who was there? Can I see a raise of hands? 50. So, but the other people didn't see it, so they don't know who won that prize. Yes, or maybe they do now, but they don't know what's it all about. So maybe you can introduce her.
Sure. So the Anti-Stigma Award was something that was awarded by the Alzheimer Europe Foundation, and it was trying to find an initiative that looks at promoting anti-stigma for underrepresented groups, and the winner was Ripaljeet Kaur.
Where is she?
And I hope that she's in the audience to give...
Oh, come on! Yeah.
There she is, fantastic.
She is. Yeah. And this time, it really will be 3 minutes, right?
Yes, we will be very strict.
Yes. So maybe you can tell us one more time, what's it all about in your way? Do you need a clicker again? Yeah, there you go. Oh, you don't have a microphone. I'll give you one. Oh, you want to stand there?
Use that one.
But you can also move around if you want.
No, that's fine.
All right,
I'll be okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Oh, there is lots of you still. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And I'm really, really honored to have won the award. My colleague, Gurbinder, is right there. Could you just stand up and wave? Yeah, she works on my team. So my name is Ripaljeet Kaur, and I manage BME Dementia Service at Touchstone in Leeds, UK. So if you don't know, BME stands for Black and Minority Ethnic. So we work with ethnically diverse communities in Leeds, predominantly South Asian people, so people with dementia and their carers. So our project's all about people, so that's where our core work is. So this is something our service users have written down, so the poem. So this is from people with dementia, and it's all about, I think it came from, like, I think there's a lot of discussion that's happened that, there's lots of policies, strategies in place for what is actually happening when it comes to people with dementia and their carers and the difference we're making to people's lives. And so this is what they said. So because if you think about, if people come from, they're not born in the countries, and they come from like different countries, they don't know the language they've learned. And one of the things that happens with dementia is you revert back to your mother tongue. So you'll forget the language you've learned in that country. So there's a huge barrier when it comes to the language. So people will have different cultural needs, they'll have different religious needs, and the language needs. So we need to be mindful, especially when it comes to dementia. So I'm gonna, yeah, that's me. So the service was set up back in 2012 because we had a gap in Leeds. So we had lots of different organizations doing dementia work, but not really anyone working with people with dementia from different ethnically diverse communities. So the work's always been around raising awareness of dementia. So what we do is we go in community groups, we work with religious places, community leaders, religious leaders, you name it. We've worked with lots of people over the years. So we talk about dementia. We talk about what the symptoms are so people can get early diagnosis, because that's where our focus is. So we're looking at getting early diagnosis, but also looking at the prevention side of things. So I'll talk a little bit more about that work in a minute. So what we do is we ask people what we should be doing. So we're not one of those organizations where we set up something and we'll say, oh, why aren't people coming? So we ask the communities we work with. So one of the examples I shared last night was, so we recently, a couple of years ago, we set up a carers walking group. That's something that's come from carers. They said, so we have a dementia cafe at Touchstone. So it's a South Asian dementia cafe that's run in a mother tongue. And all the activities we do is around the cultural and the religious needs of people. So that when people come to the cafe, they can be engaged, they are getting something out of it, rather than just being a tick box exercise. But the carers said, so we need a little bit something different, so where we can just talk about our experiences, share without that person being there. So we set up carers walking group. They said, oh, would love to do it on a weekly basis. So currently, we have a dementia cafe and a carers walking group, which we run on a weekly basis at Touchstone. So you might be aware there's huge stigma when it comes to any kind of mental health illness or diagnosis, including dementia. So there is no word for dementia in 5 South Asian languages. So the closest one is madness, crazy, or they've lost their mind. So there's a huge stigma attached to dementia when it comes to any ethnically diverse background communities. So we've done lots of work to explain to people it's not something you'll catch if you touch a person or if you're in the same room, or you know, it's a brain disease. So it's something, it's a more like physical rather than anything else. So we've done lots of work around that, raising awareness about it. But there's, do I have 1 minute?
Your time's up. But
oh, is it already?
I'm approaching you
I
to give you the chance to tell us what you're going to do with 5,000 euro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yes, so I'll come to that. So I think there was... Thank you. I have lots of slides though, but I'll wrap it up. So I think we were discussing that, you know, I'm glad it was discussed here during the round table, because I think we can talk about things and we can say we'll do this, but without funding, nothing's possible. So you cannot set up any services without any funding, whether it's research or community-based interventions. We do need funding, and I think the money we received from this award means a lot to organizations like us, because we are third sector organizations. We depend on funding, the work we do. So if we don't have it, but I think what we'll be doing is we'll be asking the people we work with.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing consultation with communities and our people with dementia and carers, asking what would they like to see in the future. So I have no idea right now.
No, but we're gonna find out.
Yes, definitely. But I am really, really pleased, and thank you so much for giving us time.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with the work.
Thank you
so much, and best of luck with the fantastic initiative.
The winner, yes. And Jean, there's been lots of activity on social media.
Yes.
Now, we've had many other platforms than in previous years, because not only Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, we've been everywhere. So maybe we can have the slide and just keep it there for a while, not change it all the time. Is that possible? Okay. What do you see, John? Who are there?
So it's a lot of people, but it's fantastic as well. There's been a lot of groups. There weren't just one person turning up for the conference, but there was I'm not sure whether there's anybody left in Maastricht, because there was about 15 or 20 people that were attending, so I'm surprised that anybody is still running any services in your university. And also there's a whole group from Scotland that attended. I think they picked Owen Miller, who is our policy officer, because he's Scottish, so I'm not quite sure how they use their definition of who is Scottish in this session. But a lot of groups just
pictures,
doing these kind of group photos of who is here, who was there, and which is really nice.
We have the other Instagram slide, I think. Yes, there we go. Oh yeah, you see this morning presentation and people posing, you know, and with the hashtag, and the last day, yes, that was today, of course.
And an awful lot of people very proud of the posters that they have been presenting.
Yeah,
because that's a fantastic way of sharing the work that you're doing. Have a poster here, discuss it with the conference delegates, but put it on social media and get feedback on the fantastic work that you're doing.
And we've seen lots of LinkedIn. I've made many new friends already there.
Fantastic.
So Kim Koppes, please invite me, or we'll follow each other. So we'll be in touch, probably. And there was also Phyllis Fair, you know, she was on social media. Are you still there, Phyllis, from Canada? No, she's gone. Okay. No, well, no. We wanted to pay attention a little to her initiative, but you'll find her on social media as well, right?
Because we're singling out people with dementia, and she's a person with dementia, having traveled all the way from Canada to share the fantastic work that she's doing. So I know that everybody from Europe already deserves a fantastic shout-out, but somebody coming from Canada with dementia deserves an even bigger shout-out. So that's what we thought we could do.
But we're thinking about her right now. And you said there are people left in Maastricht, but you probably don't know how many people live in the Netherlands.
No, I'm aware that the city is probably still people, but I'm wondering about the dementia center in Maastricht, whether somebody is still there working.
In Finland, you only have a quarter of the amount of people that live in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And the length is, well, the difference is huge. So we want to ask you a little to wrap the conference up, of course. So can we please have our next mentee question on? Because we want to find out a little more about you. But the first question is, what is a speaker that impressed you during the conference? And you can say anyone. Even yourself.
I'm in the way of the QR code, so moving out of the way.
But you can even name yourself if you like that. We are, yes, and there'll be everyone. Nicholas, Dietzel. That's nice, yeah. We give you some time, because there were so many, weren't there? Do you remember one, Rosário?
So many.
So many?
Yes.
Okay. So many. Thank you.
And I think Chris already gave a shout out to Petri, so that's a bit of an unfair competition compared to all the others.
What name are you entering?
I'm thinking about the same names that are bigger ones, because it was...
Petri, Ruby.
Yes,
okay.
It was an experience to hear them.
Yeah, thank you. So we see many names. That's a good sign, isn't it? Anthony, Margaret. Yeah, and it. And who did you pick?
I haven't decided.
You are thinking now, okay. Did you pick anyone?
No.
Oh, still not? Oh, we need more time. People
I can also definitely see that there's a lot, again, of people with dementia that are singled out. There's Margaret Keating, Chris, I would imagine that would be Chris Roberts. So a whole range of people from our European working group of people with dementia. Nigel Haller as well.
So proud, yeah.
Also, Patrick Attinas from the LGBTQ+ workshop gets a lot of mentions, which is very nice.
Yeah, great, huh? I have a favorite, though, Sean. I do. And he's on stage right now. He's the director of Alzheimer Europe Conference, ladies and gentlemen. Jean-Georges. He's been co-hosting, organizing, programming,
You should be downloading that QR code and answering that question, because...
Could have influenced. He hardly slept. He's been talking to everyone. What a man, right? Okay, so wonderful. And we will keep these in mind. I think that almost every speaker has been named so far, don't you think, Jean?
We have definitely a lot of them.
I think
Dahi as well, fantastic. So again,
great.
very
Ellen,
much
yes.
about people with dementia seem to be the ones. And I'm very glad as well that the keynote speakers that we picked also get very high mentions, so that's always a relief for me as somebody who is involved in the program.
That your choices were good again. Okay, so let's go to the next question, I'd say. Yes? Let's go to the next question.
So
yes, you can just rate us. If it was below expectations, what are the numbers they can... Oh, you can see... Oh,
You can go from 1 to 10.
Yes,
this is always a dangerous question to ask at the end of the conference, because
Everybody's
you get
right
very
here.
frank feedback. Yes.
And feel free, be honest, and give us high grades. No, no. We're just curious to find out. Below expectations.
And already over 100 people that are taking part in this.
Yeah, people are thinking, I guess, and deciding on what to do. And people are very different.
Looks like a very nice score so far, and I think we have 130 people that are responding, 140, so a nice number of people that have taken part in this polling.
Can I ask you what you said?
I said 9.
9, and how can we make that a 10 next time?
Well, really, I don't know.
The 9 is just a 10 in your...
Yeah, there is everywhere and in every case something to improve. So
of course, and we will try to do that.
Yeah,
but thank you for the 9. That's really a high score. Yes. And you, laughing? what kind of score did you give us?
I gave an 8.
An 8, yes. Yeah. And how could we make that a 9?
Bit more coffee.
Especially in the early morning, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed. Yes, that's a trauma for us that morning without the coffee. And you?
Ooh, I gave it a 9.
Great.
Just because I couldn't be in multiple places at once.
Yeah, you're right. The choice was overwhelming. That's what we heard a lot.
Something that's very important as well is some of the sessions that you weren't able to attend, those that were hybrid, were recorded, and those recordings will also be available.
That's a comfort.
At least you might be able to pick some other sessions that you weren't able to attend and watch them afterwards online.
Look at that, an 8.6. That's really high. It's wonderful.
I'd say that's much better than anything I ever got in school. Yeah. So I'm very happy with that kind of result.
We've healed you. Thank you so much, George. I think that we need to make room for 2 people to say the thank yous, to almost closing the conference, because afterwards we will just be back with you for a little, how do you say that, looking forward to the next
one,
to the next conference in Geneva. But first of all, we invite to the stage Rosário, well, you know her
And
already.
Anna Remes
Anna
as well.
Remes, yes, as well.
And Anna
She'll be
Remes.
back to say thank you. Closing words, yes. Yay! A round of applause. That will make him jump up. No? First you? Or, oh, did you know that you were going to do this?
No, she was, but she was thinking that Anna Remes was going to be going first.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe you deliberate. Who wants to go first? All right. Come on.
So it's time to thank. And it's my great pleasure to, on behalf of myself and also behalf of Finnish Alzheimer Society, Muistiliitto, to give my very, very warm thanks to all of you. And I will really thank all of you coming to Helsinki and participating this excellent event. We have heard this has been very multidisciplinary and very, very inclusive conference, and I'm so happy about it. I think you all have got a lot of new ideas, new friends, new networks, and to get to go home with it. I also want to thank speakers, your excellent talks, excellent research, excellent opinions and ideas, and thanks for coming to here. And of course, finally, I want to thank Alzheimer Europe and Muistiliitto and all other partners and sponsors who are involved in this conference. So warm thanks and maybe seeing you in next conference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Rosário. Yeah, you can go. Thanks so much. And now there she is. The right person to close.
Hello. Not so many people as at the beginning, but thank you very much for
Still a
staying
lot.
till the end. Coming to the end of our annual conference, I need to express my feelings of pride and gratitude. Pride for belonging to Alzheimer Europe, the umbrella organization that leads the way for the European dementia movement, showing each year its capacity of successfully bringing together so many people from different countries, backgrounds, perspectives, and lived experiences. And gratitude to all of you that made these 3 years so special and rich in emotions, sharing your experience and knowledge, food for thought, and calls to action. For the second time in the history of Alzheimer Europe conferences, we return to Finland, a wonderful country that welcomes us so warmly and in this beautiful city of Helsinki. Thank you very much to our co-host, Alzheimer Society of Finland, Muistiliitto, and to its president, Jenny Kulmala. Thank you to the city of Helsinki for the welcome reception that took place at the beautiful City Hall building on Monday evening. Thank you also to our fantastic speakers, poster presenters, moderators, and delegates. All of you have a big part to play in the success of the conference. Under the motto, New Opportunities in Dementia, Care, Policy and Research, you were able to show us how these 3 areas must work together and interact, and how important it is to work at the same time in all of them. Improving care while developing research, moving from research to intervention, acting on risk factors in order to prevent dementia, and fighting for effective policies to be put in place according to the needs of care and research. There were important discussions around the disclosure of diagnosis and disclosure of risk for developing dementia. Different ethical and legal issues were debated, namely the importance but also the limitations of advanced directives. People with dementia belonging to minority groups and the stigma they face were firmly on the agenda at our conference too. Listening to some of the challenges they have to face and their resilience and strength is very, very inspiring, but also reminds us how much work there is still to do and many other areas.
Yeah.
Tim Copes and Jean-Georges, you both were fantastic moderators and filled the plenary sections with great moments of enthusiasm and of audience involvement in a very, very special way. Thank you very much to you. My gratitude also goes to all the staff of Alzheimer Europe. It is your amazing teamwork that made this such an unforgettable conference. Thank you very much. I cannot forget all the conference venue staff as well. Always very kind and helpful. Many, many thanks to you.
Yeah. Yes. Agree. Yeah.
And a very warm hug to all the people with dementia who attended and actively participated in our conference. Thank you very much for letting us listen to your voice and for helping us to understand your feelings, needs, and for bringing your all-important lived experience to the table. You are an example to all of us and to other people with dementia living in the different countries in Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was also great to have the opportunity to listen to the unique perspective of carers, whose voice is becoming ever stronger too in the work of Alzheimer Europe, with the recently launched European Dementia Carers Working Group. I could not finish without thanking all our sponsors, and in particular our gold sponsors, Lily and Roche, our bronze sponsors, BioArctic, ASA, MESD, and Protena, without whom our conference would not be possible.
Yay.
The world, not only Europe, is currently facing very difficult times, especially for vulnerable people. Alzheimer Europe and national organizations have a huge responsibility to stand together against all odds. We will need some Finnish sisu, or resilience, but together we are stronger and we can achieve so much. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much to all of you that made this conference so amazing and unforgettable.
Yeah.
Finally,
That's more.
it gives me great pleasure to invite Stefanie Becker from our Swiss Member Association to welcome us to the next year's conference.
All right.
Stefanie.
Thank you. Oh, she's here. Oh, hi. We didn't. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We thought we had you on a video. Yeah.
Good afternoon
to everybody here in the room. I'm very happy to see you here and that you're still here, and hopefully, probably some of our attendees are also on the online and will join us till the end. You might imagine that this is a moment I was really looking forward to since the beginning of the conference. Although being the very last speaker in a conference is not really the most sexiest time spot in the table, but anyway, I'm here and I'm really looking forward to the message I have to deliver to you. But before I start with that, it's really on my heart to say this, and I think some things can't be said often enough and repeatedly enough. What a conference journey we shared together these days here in Helsinki. This conference, it was mentioned several times now, was really absolutely amazing, and this conference owes its success to the fantastic team of Alzheimer Europe, to the warm and welcoming host here in Finland, but most of all to you, the speakers and the audience. Your active participation, your dedication during this conference, and the heart also you put into your work at home and your organizations and your research throughout the year. For me, I really listened to many sessions, although I wish the possibility of genetic doubling would be possible, or the being at the same time in different places would be great. 8 parallel sessions, was really difficult to choose from, but in every session I attended, we shared really our collective passion and determination in fighting for a good life for people with dementia and uplifting the lives of those affected by it. But all this engagement would not be possible and would be nothing without the participation of the real experts on dementia, those sharing their lived life, lived experience with all of us. It's the people with dementia and their families. So a huge thanks really also from my heart to the European Working Group and the working group of the carers and the accompanying people that you shared time here with us, and it was really amazing to have you here.
Thanks.
So, however, despite the progresses and the new ideas we shared, we learned also that we have a journey, a long journey and miles to go still, with challenges awaiting, yet coupled with exciting opportunities. And this calls for innovation thinking, and also approaches today more than ever. And so there's a saying, I don't know whether it's in Finnish or in other languages available as well, we say it sometimes after the conference is before the conference. And somebody who knows it best is probably Gladys. Great, thank you also to Gladys. And with this perspective and with the spirit of this year's conference in mind, I'm really thrilled to announce now, officially, and I really wish I had the drum rolls from yesterday evening now. Huh?
We can do that, like this, okay? Everybody do this. And
thank you so much. I really love to invite you and officially now announce that the next year's conference will take place in Geneva in Switzerland.
yeah. Video, right?
Yes. So
Video. We're going to see the video right
this
now.
means La Suisse 12 points, huh?
Yeah.
As a board member of Alzheimer Europe, but particularly as the director of Alzheimer Switzerland, I'm really proud that we have the honor to host a conference topic of New Frontiers, Innovating for Dementia, and with this continuing and further deepening our exchange of this year. So on behalf of Alzheimer Switzerland, please consider this really as a personal invite to the next conference in Geneva and save the date already. It'll be the 8th till the 10th October next year. And in case you're not convinced at the first sight coming to Geneva, I'll give you some absolute convincing arguments. You can use them for your professors, for your employers, for your colleagues, for your husbands and your wives as well, of course. So arguments why Geneva should be on your calendar for 2024. And I mean beyond the serene lakes, beyond the mesmerizing Swiss landscapes. And I don't know, I think somewhere I heard somebody whispering about chocolate and cheese, just to say.
Chocolate and cheese, no?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Chocolate and cheese.
And cheese, chocolate and cheese, exactly.
And watches?
Yeah. And it's of course because of the exciting topic of the conference, because of Switzerland is a well-established hub for innovation. Therefore, I really believe it could be no better location than Geneva to host our next Alzheimer Europe's conference on such an important and recent topic as well. But of course, Switzerland is particularly interesting also in terms of dementia activities. Just to give you a very short impression here, 3 keywords. In 2014, Switzerland pioneered a national dementia strategy, which led to a national dementia plan, platform by 2019, and it is now supported by our Federal Office of Public Affairs.
Stefanie, is it right that we have a video to show?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
But
after your speech. Okay, I thought maybe in between, but you want to do it after? Yeah?
I was...
All right, go ahead, yeah.
I'm flexible, but...
You're flexible, yes.
But let me finish.
Yes, good.
It would be better. So, of course, Switzerland...
Annoying person. We have it all switched around. We thought you
National strategy, national dementia platform. This was my first point. The second point I wanted to make is Switzerland is an important location for dementia research concerning breakthrough medicines, non-pharmacological interventions, and of course new technologies and care approaches. And last, but not at least, and never at least, Alzheimer Switzerland has 24 regional offices providing special counseling, service and education for people with dementia and their carers. And of course, my team and our colleagues in all over Switzerland are really looking forward to welcoming you. So this conference was an absolutely amazing experience, and it will really hard beating it, but I'm already full of anticipation at the thought of crafting yet another memorable conference with all of you in Geneva. And I hope these few arguments will develop their convincing impact until the beginning and the opening of the registration next year, and you will join us all in Geneva. And by the way, did I mention already the chocolate and the cheese? Okay, so I'm really looking forward to welcoming you all, especially the European working groups and the people with dementia 2024 in Geneva at the 34th Alzheimer Europe conference with a heartfelt Willkommen, Bienvenue, Benvenuti, or how the Swiss Germans say, Grüezi. Thank you very much, and hope to see you all in Geneva. So now the floor is for the video.
For some more reasons why we should come to Geneva.
if possible, would consider going there next conference? Raise your hands. Oh, you see, that's a good chance. That's very good, very good.
I can't believe that anybody would not raise their hand. So I don't
There
understand
were
that.
a few, maybe,
Yes,
maybe thinking,
yes.
no, I don't like cheese or something. All right, last
There
one
was a
for
lot
you.
of Barbary going on from Stefanie, so chocolate cheese, but it's going to be a fantastic conference again for sure. The music will come afterwards, yes.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
I saw the musicians.
Yes.
They are there. So, but they were in the other room, and you will hear them playing a Swiss horn, I think, and accordion, right?
Accordion.
Yeah, wonderful.
I'd say it's my favorite music in the world, to listen to Swiss horn and
You
accordion
play it
music.
yourselves, don't you? Yeah. Okay. So while you are leaving, because now the doors are opening and we're really saying goodbye, we have one more poll question for you, just to give us a word, and you can also do that when you walk out, and we will just take the time to see it. What is your one word to say to everybody for goodbye, Jean?
I would say Adi, at least in Luxembourgish, but it's really difficult to sum up with one word, but hope would
Hope.
definitely be one of the ideas that have come out from this conference.
Yes. And I go back to this morning where I just misinterpreted life and love.
I love
but
that.
That's
Yes,
what I
that was
felt
really good,
in the
yes.
room. Love.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, love. All right, look at that.
So it's improving the lives of people with dementia and improving the loves of people with dementia.
Exactly.
I think if you
It's
can
all
do
the
both,
same. It's
that
all
would
the
just be
same.
fantastic.
All right. Good travels. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again. We'll just gaze at this. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
most importantly, before you leave, a big thank you to our most amazing moderator who was able to get us through these 3 days with so much enthusiasm, dynamism, motivation, and everything.
Thank
a
you.
big thank you, Kim,
Thank you.
for all you've done.
Yeah, we did it together. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.
trip.